We buy fiber optics for some of our towers here, communication towers, that we communicate with our systems here, our irrigation system, and also our farming. We also have a strong relationship with John Deere tractors as well, as we buy tractors from them for our use up here at the farm. And even as agriculture, we also use the companies here in Farmington for purchasing signs, promo items, even the small users here, the producers, packaging supplies. So we really put back into the economy here. Again, we have close to 300 to 400 seasonal employees right now that we hold, so they also contribute back to Four Corners economy as well. But the relationship between agriculture and also manufacturers, we are really the users of it, and we do appreciate all the services that they provide. And it's a continuous thing that we do. As everything starts to age, we start to rebuild and we start to use additional resources and services from the Four Corners, also New Mexico, and we try to use as much as we can. And I'll hand it back over to you, Steve.
All right. Well, thank you, Vincent. I appreciate that. And I think NAPI is very renowned here within the Four Corners area, but throughout New Mexico, throughout the United States. So thank you once again. Appreciate that. So now we're going to turn to Elisha Resources, LLC, Caribbean. And forgive me if I've mispronounced the name.
No problem. Thanks, Stephen. It's Elaha's resource group. It's kind of a play on words. It actually means wild chicken dance. So sometimes that's how we feel around here. But yes, thank you all. I always find it easier to sell someone else's products than sell myself as a service. But that's what I do. So I founded Elaha's Resource Group with my husband in 2017. We're a woman-owned consultancy concentrating in the areas of public relations and strategic communications, workforce development and recruitment, STEM education, and sustainable community building. And we mainly work with aerospace and defense, women-owned small businesses and cybersecurity clients here in the U.S. and in Europe, but we also help local small businesses and manufacturers here in Cuba. So I will be talking more about that. But my connection to manufacturing is pretty interesting. I think I learned that my grandfather was a master machinist at Westinghouse in the 40s. I didn't know that. But my manufacturing started in high school when I worked handling eggs. So I was working in production quality at an egg farm. And I also worked at Core Ceramics in Grand Junction, Colorado, just over the hill there. So I didn't realize what my experience would bring me to, but I did earn my undergrad in communications and education, and so that led to accreditation in PR, and I became a certified VOTEC teacher. So I've kind of hit the spectrum on manufacturing, from actual production and skills and quality to training and education. I am a non-traditional student. I went back as an adult to get an AS in engineering technology and alternative energy systems. And I was in the Space Coast of Florida where the shuttle program stopped, and we had to transition thousands of aerospace workers into other jobs. And so I played a role in that retooling, working for a manufacturer there in Cape Canaveral. And one of my clients today actually built the robotic mining competition arena for NASA's student engineering competition. And so this manufacturing experience that I've had has brought me here to New Mexico, and I'm trying to find ways to keep telling that story. I've organized in-house manufacturing days, events, since 2013, and Denise was kind enough to join forces with me with MEP New Mexico last year in Cuba. We had a live expo at the Sandoval County Fairgrounds, which was so awesome. And so this virtual manufacturing day is really exciting and important to me. I'm just happy to be here. But if I can tell you a little bit why manufacturing is so important to me these days. You can flip to the next slide. Oh, well, that's him. That's Marshall. And so I wrote this this little article on LinkedIn. You can read it yourself, but I'll just make this my presentation here. So why am I so vocal about STEM? How come I am adamant about promoting manufacturing? And what is it that drives me to shine the light on ballsy entrepreneurs and innovative startups? Well, the answer is simple. I want my little sister's son to live. Marshall was born with a constellation of complex heart defects that we dubbed the Mars effects. Acronyms like HLHS, TAPVR, PLSCVC, DORV, and ASD are shorthand for a death sentence. And I cut his umbilical cord. I wrote this in 2018 when Mars turned 7 years old. And he was expected to be born healthy with 4 chambers. He had his first of 3 open heart surgeries after a helicopter ride to Pittsburgh on day 1. And now it's just a matter of time for this little boy. How long will the delicate repairs last? Will his defective valve hold out long enough for him to learn to drive his dad's Turbo Nova? Sadly, Marshall is not a candidate for a traditional transplant with his alien anatomy, and much to his mother's chagrin, he has already made and cashed in his wish. Marshall is a yellow belt in karate. He writes chapter books on an old typewriter. He loves Metallica and Weird Al. He devours sushi, makes sandcastles with moats, rides horses, shakes his booty, swims in the deep end, knows the words to Sgt. Pepper, climbs trees, paints and draws, tells hysterical jokes, and holds my hand when we walk through the forest. And this brilliant boy's life and countless others depend on the dedicated STEM professionals and ambitious innovators here today and those yet to come. My professional passions are selfishly rooted in my personal desire for my dear nephew to live long enough to see clean oceans, adopt a robot chimpanzee, and have lunch on the moon. And I have no choice but to believe that this will happen for him. So here on this dynamic platform where I have the privilege to engage with an incredibly inspiring network, please take my request forward with you and share with anyone who will listen. I need a 3D printed heart for Marshall. And I need the skilled hands to make it work when his mended little one gives out. It could be next week, it could be a decade from now, but either way, I will not stop in my quest to help develop a capable and effectual workforce to explore the boundaries of technology and embrace the risk of startup to solve important problems like that of a broken heart. And I know this is kind of heavy stuff, you guys, but I do believe that manufacturing saves lives. And, you know, we all make something in our lives, and this is what I'm rooting for. So Monday, Marshall will have cake to celebrate his 9th birthday. And I'm just pleased to be able to share his story here with you today. So you can check me out on LinkedIn or mystoryishere.com. That's my website. And we can move on to the next slide, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Cuba manufacturing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that. I think that really does put everything in perspective of what it is that we try to do. So thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Here, I am very proud and pleased to present Cordova & Sons Tire Recycling and Manufacturing in Cuba. It is estimated that 3 billion tires are scrapped per year around the world. This dense waste material can be repurposed for private and public use. Cordova & Sons Recycling and Manufacturing has a significant inventory of reclaimed materials in various formats to accommodate an expanse of direct and advanced synthesis applications. Cordova & Sons developed and tested an engineered tire bale structure to include internal structural reinforcement and interlocking connection systems that allow for a wider and more reliable application in earthworks and structural projects. Working with partners in academia, industry, and public office, Cordova & Sons has an expansive portfolio of successful projects on public and private lands and can furnish detailed documentation to support engineering tests and quality product fulfillment. Material delivery and heavy equipment operators are available per job specifications, as well as a variety of finishing options. So here on this slide, we want to show that Cordova and Sons is looking to the future and believes that helping to capture scrap tire waste from the environment, repurpose the material in conservation and erosion projects will help to create a more enjoyable outdoor recreation experience, as well as provide jobs to help people attain a better standard of living to afford outdoor recreation activities. Cordova and Sons is also actively supporting a proposal to bring gasification technology to New Mexico
Smells like
as
an
a way to
enchilada.
create new and clean energy sources. So you can find Cordova and Sons on Google, you can see the product specifications, and you can get in touch with Mr. Ernest Cordova directly from there. And I'm happy to answer any other questions about my business or Cordova and Sons at your leisure. Thank you so much.
It's great, Stephen. We need to keep moving. We are a little behind there, so.
Okay, well, let's move on to New Mexico Energy Manufacturing. Bobby Williams.
Bobby there? I saw her on the list.
So beyond energy for New Mexico as a resource, Mexico Energy Manufacturing with Bobby Williams. Does it look like we have a gentleman online right now, but we're going to continue going forward. Energy drives technology, which drives the economy.
Stephen.
There she is.
Okay.
There we go.
I was muted. I'm sorry. Let me make up some time for that. Good morning, everyone. I'm Bobby Williams, the Executive Director of New Mexico Energy Manufacturing. And I want to thank you for allowing us to be a part of this celebration. And so I'll just go ahead and get started. Our organization is creating a system. We consider ourselves architects of a system where energy drives technology and energy drives the New Mexico economy. For example, the outdoor recreation economy here in New Mexico and here in the northwest part of New Mexico. Next slide, please. I almost hate to show this slide because just given the pandemic situation that we're in now, it really pulls on the heartstrings and makes us all want to get out there and take a bigger part in enjoying all of this activities. But if we all go out there, we know what could possibly happen. But in any case, these are examples of how much enjoyment outdoors in New Mexico can bring to residents of New Mexico and tourists that come to our state. These pictures are a reminder of how important outdoor recreation is to our state's economy. And they're also reminders of the extent to which the sun and other natural resources play in making these activities possible. Next slide, please. With a few technological applications, the possibilities are endless for making a variety of manufactured products that extend activities from daylight into night. Also that provide safety and security when taking advantage of outdoor activities and provide shelter and food. We believe as an organization, for us, that technology is the core of advanced energy products. Technology, for sure, in general, is the exclusive differentiator when we're going through periods of reinvention like we are now and like we will soon be embarking on when we find ourselves digging out of our setbacks from the COVID pandemic. This reinvention is where businesses and individuals are trying to survive and are attempting to move ahead in these challenging economic times. And therefore, our organization supports clean manufacturing like additive 3D manufacturing, which is also a clean manufacturing enabler, part of the Industry 4.0 suite that includes robotics, that includes the Internet of Things and other things that you've probably heard about. And of course, we support clean processes, which are the materials and the methodologies that ensure near zero emission operations, therefore clean energy. Thank you. Next slide. Now, these are some examples of where technology meets the great outdoors. There are many, many pictures, but I chose these because they were nice and clean and the pictures were easy to put out. Back, please, previous slide. Because they were easy to put and to show you that these are examples of items that actually make outdoor life a lot more enjoyable. And maybe for some people, especially the Girl Scouts, this may not be quite what you want to see. You'd like a little bit more ingenuity when it comes to using the resources that are there, but these are great. And next slide, please. Next slide. And what we'd like to say is that, and what we like to do is to encourage the whole notion of manufacturing, and especially the notion of invention. And we hope to inspire invention, the idea of what's needed, what will get people to the places that they want to be as they enjoy the outdoors, and also how do we make those products. So we feel that the Northwest region can join the effort to make this happen. We truly believe that New Mexico is and New Mexico can make the products, deliver the services that serve the energy sector and its many applications, such as outdoor recreation, food, clean water, commerce, transportation, education, and so forth. New Mexico can meet the world's increasing demand for energy. Next slide, please. New Mexico manufacturing. So when we look at manufacturing, our North Star points in the direction of where technology is moving, not where it is today. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Bobby. So we're going to move on to ETV, Emerging Technology Ventures. Drones, defense, and air transport. Don't believe we have the presenter on board, so I'm briefly going to...
Yeah, Stephen, I'm actually on board.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Excellent.
No problem. Well, good morning. This is Cliff Hudson from Emerging Technology Ventures. We're located in Alamogordo, New Mexico, but we've been working closely in the Northwest region of the state as well. Some of the questions Denise asked us to answer as part of our presentation. Really, what does manufacturing mean to you? We are focused on the development of autonomous systems for sensing in critical and complex environments. One of the key turning points for us is the additive manufacturing and the technology that's emerging from that area. We use 3D modeling and additive manufacturing in our research and development and our prototyping process, and then use that to prove out our production systems, and then working closely with manufacturers to build and scale for larger production runs. From our standpoint, from New Mexico, we see such a wealth of opportunity, especially with distributed on-demand manufacturing. Allows us to team with small rural firms, and I think it's really leading to a rebirth of manufacturing in the U.S. We've really been honored to be able to work closely with Navajo Tech University. You're going to hear from Scott Halliday here shortly and a tour of his facility. But we've been working with the KA Advanced Rural Manufacturing Alliance, and that's providing opportunities to grow that network on a regional basis. Stephen, if you could advance to the next chart, thank you. And then just a little bit about our products. We focus on not only air, but ground as well. We're working in precision agriculture, looking for both the air and ground side for threats to the crops, and providing that to the farmers to be able to respond on a timely basis before adverse impact on the crops. We're also using it for wind turbine inspection and aircraft inspection. We just completed a phase 1 small business innovative research program with the Navy. We're hoping for a phase 2 go ahead to continue that development. But using these technologies has opened up opportunities for us, but also for manufacturing in New Mexico. We look towards continuing that opportunity. Next slide, Stephen. We've heard a little bit today about STEM, and STEM is really important to us too, from the standpoint that is the future workforce that's going to enable this both manufacturing and technology to succeed in New Mexico. We have 5 to 6 students each year in our summer intern program. This picture here from 2019, we had a student from Navajo Tech University, New Mexico State, Auburn, and Alamogordo High School system as well. That career outreach and working closely with the schools is very important. We need to give our kids a reason to stay in New Mexico and continue to grow this manufacturing and technology base. So again, thank you so much. Appreciate the opportunity to be with you today, and put our contact info there for any follow-up. Thank you.
All right. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Beat it by 1 second there. That was the best one yet.
Okay, I'm going to move on to 6 Sense Machine.
Good morning, this is Bill Safier with 6 Sense Designs. Go ahead and click the button. There we go. Today we're going to give you an overview of manufacturing as it is compared to putting Legos together. 6 Sense Designs does injection molding and additive and subtractive manufacturing for all types of clients, from aerospace to consumer products such as outdoor recreation. What we wanted to do today is give you an overview as you start with things as an idea, just like someone starts with Legos. They look at a box, they look at a picture, and they have a vision of something to put together. Our customers bring to us a vision of something for them, like art. We then put together instructions called manufacturing instructions and drawings in CAD, just like for the student that takes a look at an assembly instruction to put the parts together to come out with a final product. We do the same things. Then we move on to the actual manufacturing process, just like you see for the child putting together the parts to follow the directions using various bins of parts. We use various tools, various technologies, and machines to make the piece parts that would go into an assembly. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, let's see, there we go. So when it is all done, a product comes together, which is the pieces that are manufactured through the machines and labor that put together a assembly. In this case, you see just the same, the Lego assembly of the robot that is on the right. And just like we follow those instructions, we have a final product and inspected by quality and delivered to a customer. Next slide, please. So some questions we've been asked to address is, one is, how will manufacturing make an impact in our local region? Well, it does a great job of creating things like jobs for individuals. It supports our economy. It helps keep jobs local and allows for quicker response times for, you've heard from other manufacturers, well, other than them having to ship something from Florida, they can get it locally. We not only design products, but it provides jobs for local residents, and our local taxes help support the economy in which we live and help improve our state's finances to be more secure. In what ways can manufacturing support the state's initiative to grow the outdoor recreation economy? That's a great question. What we do, we know outdoor recreation is important. Well, you've heard from a number of manufacturers that need parts and product that we can bring. As a matter of fact, 6 Sense Designs has manufactured outdoor furniture, chairs, brackets, mounts, all kinds of things. And we'll have a chance in the future to make additional products for outdoor recreation. Next click. So for us, 6 Sense is part of this community and help the manufacturing environment grow. When you click again, it'll provide our contact information. Please reach out. We'd love to help you as you grow your manufacturing and product to market.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Turn it over to New Mexico Workforce Connection. Just wanted to add real quick, I know we've heard the word STEM. So what that stands for, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, if anybody is worrying about the acronym.
Okay, thank you, Stephen. Hello, my name is Mona Kohler. I work with the New Mexico Workforce Connection office in Albuquerque. It's a pleasure to be part of celebrating Manufacturing Day, or I guess Manufacturing Month too, in New Mexico. Manufacturing is such a big part of New Mexico's economy, contributing largely to the economy and bringing really good jobs to the state. Not to be confused with the New Mexico Workforce Solutions Office, which is the state entity that administers and supports unemployment, insurance and claims, etc. The Workforce Connection of Central New Mexico serves 4 counties with centers in each county. The 4 counties are Bernalillo, Sandoval, Valencia, and Torrance. Many of our clients living in Sandoval County actually reside in Western New Mexico, or vice versa. They live in Western New Mexico and may work in Sandoval County. The Workforce Connection of Central New Mexico consists of a robust network of organizations and agencies, partners that come together to support businesses and promote the workforce. Our partners in the central region provide numerous services and resources for individuals exploring career opportunities while supporting the different businesses' workforce needs. What does that look like? It can be anything from assisting businesses with promoting hiring events and targeted recruiting opportunities to matching new positions with job seekers, career development and financial assistance, skills testing, and we even teach soft skills such as how to interview and resume writing. We all know that sometimes is a challenge. We welcome you to connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter to learn more about what we do and how we might be of assistance to you. Thank you for your time, and happy Manufacturing Day.
All right, well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. And now we'll just shift over to Sandoval Economic Alliance.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Michaela. I'm with Sandoval Economic Alliance, and I'm the Director of Research for the organization. So next slide, please. Just wanted to go over a couple of things that we were asked to cover, but we do economic development in Sandoval County. So we cover Rio Rancho, Corrales, out to Cuba, Jemez Springs. We have a wide variety of communities in our county. So what does manufacturing mean to C? Manufacturing is a key part of our economic development efforts here in the county, and it helps create a more diverse economy, not only here in the county, but throughout the state. And it's really important and a big part of our economic development efforts. How do we see manufacturing making an impact in our region? So Bill touched on it a little bit already, but manufacturers do provide great high-paying jobs. They positively impact other industries when they grow and often lead to research and technological innovations like Carrie touched on in her presentation. A healthy manufacturing base can also provide a more stable economy, and we've seen that especially in times like right now. And in what ways can manufacturing support the state's initiative to grow the outdoor recreation economy? Many manufacturers do make outdoor goods that benefit and protect the outdoor recreation economy. And they're really important to, getting New Mexicans outdoors. So the next thing that I'm going to cover is just wanted to highlight 2 local manufacturers. It's in a video. We'll be covering IDEAM, and they're located in Corrales. And we'll also be covering GeoBrug. They're located in Algodones. And then glad that Bill with 6 Sense was also able to be on, and he's in Rio Rancho. And we are ready for the video.
coming from California, it was a way for us to expand our business and to enter into new types of business that even at the time that we moved here, we couldn't even imagine.
We relocated here in 2011 from Santa Fe. We have great freeway access here. You're 2 minutes off the highway, and we ship most of our product by truck, so it's a great location for us and for people that need access to the highway.
This collaboration between government, city, county, state, private industry is critical to build an awareness of the need for proper infrastructure in New Mexico and in Sandoval County and Rio Rancho.
We're always working on something new here. It's pretty rare that we get a project where we're like, wow, this is pretty straightforward, or there's no technical challenges here. But we take on a lot of different projects, things that involve projection mapping, things that involve sensors, that involve really custom fabrication with exotic materials, exotic woods, really pushing the boundaries of what people think of as a sort of computer, interactive installation.
And sorry, I forgot to highlight Electrosonics as well. They were in that video, another manufacturer. But manufacturing is really important to us. And if you wanted to reach out to the local companies, their contact information is on the slides. Really appreciate your time and hope everyone has a good Saturday.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. And now we are going to turn over to skills. Oh, I'm sorry, Sandoval Companies Under the Sea Time.
Sorry, I think that was just covered by my video, so you're able to go to the next person.
Yeah, that would be helpful. We need to get moving.
Stephen, do you want me to start?
Sure.
I think you skipped over Skills USA, but I'll go ahead if they're not available.
Is it easier over there or over here?
So I guess we'll go Skills USA. Anyone online?
Side, but that's fine.
No, I meant taking these out.
Okay, Build with Robots then.
Okay, thank you, Stephen. Actually, can you go back a slide, please? So I'm Chris Zomack, CEO of Build with Robots, and we've done a number of these events. We're on a mission to help educate and train up and support the local community in automation and robotics. And so essentially, we're at the very early stages of a massive transition in the way things are done. And
right?
You see a lot of the tools that we've been talking about today. Manufacturing is moving pretty rapidly in adopting robotics and automation. And the same tools allow applications in many other industries. The lower left is Amazon warehouse distribution centers are adopting automation. But the things that we're focused on are really the industries that beyond manufacturing. So next slide, please. So those tools that you see on the left have really come down in price, and the functionality is at a level that allows things to be done today that were not possible even a few years ago. So our focus is really to help companies automate and to launch with partners, launch into new industries. So we've in a joint venture, for example, with a joint venture with a California company, we helped stand up Kane Robotics to do aerospace finishing. So that's sanding, grinding, polishing of very large structures. And they're doing things like polishing aircraft windows, aerostructures, drilling structures with large robotic systems that we help them develop. A second project that we did last year was we formed a partnership with one of the world's largest paint companies and have a autonomous painting robot that can go onto a commercial construction site and paint buildings autonomously. And then earlier this year, when COVID hit, we realized we had the platform to quickly develop a tool that would help our essential workers get back to work safely. And we developed Breezy One, and we're a small manufacturer of this product right now. Volumes are hundreds of units, but it's essentially a fully autonomous disinfecting robot that we manufacture in Albuquerque. But our goal is to do all of these and more, and we have other projects in the works with local companies, actually companies throughout the country, but we're really focused on trying to do it here in New Mexico. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Moving on to Navajo Spirit.
Good morning and welcome to Gallup, New Mexico. Thank you, Stephen. This is Navajo Spirit, and we're a clothing manufacturer of Southwestern wear. Let me try and get my video going.